Hey, welcome to Factorio. We're playing the modded version of Factorio, Exotic Industries. In our last episode, we had improved our science a little bit, started eating up more of that, and got a little tiny bit of steam going here. We calculated that for one boiler, we can handle 12 steam miners off of that. So I wanted to do that again here today to get 24 of them going and then just go from there with the rest of the production. So we can easily just do something like so. Wait, if I do it right through these middle three, I'll be able to get stuff I want without the other parts getting in the way. And that's not hitting any trees either, which is nice. Perfect. Perfect. So I kind of just want to put the other boiler right here. I need just a bunch of stone. Perfect, this thing stacks up a bunch of stone, that's great. Stone bricks. Things are happening. Steam assemblers, coke furnace. No idea what that's about. Oh, I bet we have our spectacular steam inserters. Wow, a steam inserter consumes 132 kilowatts of energy. That's a lot. Oh, no way. Are you kidding me? Long-handed steam inserters. So 132 kilowatts of steam. Pretty crazy when considering drill takes 150 kilowatts. It's basically as much as that. So we can do maybe a little more than 12, probably 13, 14 inserters off of that. Yikes. So you can see that with a lot of this stuff here, I need like the mechanical parts, these crazy copper beams, and so I'm kind of thinking maybe right here I'll just make a tiny little ball of that stuff. So like this, copper, that for the iron mechanical parts. Grab those. Oh, this one needs to be right there. Copper mechanical parts. Yes. Oh. Back to you. Steel beams, are those straight from iron? Iron ingots as well. And something like that. Copper one set. Inserters. Tests. We'll limit these to a stack. There we go. That should help with a lot of the handcrafting. Or possibly, let's do the same kind of over here. Our temporary brick setup. I already got a ton of bricks, so unless I make walls, I doubt I'm going to need those for now. Just that to there, that seems good. Steam crusher finished. All right. Sorry, I had it there. Steel processing. Wow, that looks like that opens a plot hole. Let's just, we have so many things we're kind of working with right now. We can get the landfill, that's not concerning. Actually, it's that after. It's longer. Research thing, buff our inserter capacity, lab research. Bill. Glass production. That in there. Oh, electronics. I can't. Oh, nanobot. Oh, I can't stop. Go. This. Oh, yeah, that's the path we're going. 100%. Give me all the nanobots. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, okay. Man, I'm excited. Let's continue on over here. Oh, let's our little mini parts mall to craft a bit more of these things. I take those. Let's see how fast I can craft the remaining 7 then. 5, 7. Seems a little faster. It's like iron plates is another one. Could add to this list. Good spot for that. Right over here. Right here. Iron plates. We will cancel those and have some plate here. Six, 1, 5. Oh, one of the others. Now let's go. I definitely want to. I'll bring the raw iron furnace stacks this way. I'm also interested in what this coke furnace is. So, I don't know if coke is a product to use for making cool stuff, or if that is a something that is used of sorts. Here, charcoal takes wood. Coke furnace, okay. Charcoal has megajoules value. Full coke. Full coke. coal coke pellets. Probably guess at this point that I definitely want to do some math here. So let's break this down a little bit. Ignore these wood recipes and this coal coke that comes from charcoal from wood, because we're just not going to be messing with it. Maybe there's some organic path down the road where we can grow trees, get wood, seen things like that in other mods, but definitely gonna be using this path. We're gonna be putting coal into a coke furnace. We're getting coal coke, and then from there, 5 coal coke will go into a burner assembler, steam assembler. Definitely use steam assembler, assuming it's much more fuel efficient. And out gives us a coke pellet with 18 megajoules of energy. Now, earlier we had done the calculation for boiler, which I'm just going to zoom out a little bit and use the side panel here. Now let's go into the back on the menu. That's just a little bit more centered. Anyways, this consumes 1.8 megawatts of energy and outputs 60 seconds or 60 steam per second. So megawatts is a rate, right? That is the consumption of energy that we're putting into it. So the coal that we put into the boiler is an amount of energy. So I like to imagine these energy problems in my head kind of like a bucket of water with a hole in it. And so the water filling up this bucket is like our coal. That is the actual energy, and how much water we put in that bucket is how much coal we're putting in that bucket. And so the bucket has a hole in the bottom, and it's losing a certain amount of water per second, right? We could calculate that, how much water is coming out. And so this is losing 1.8 megawatts of energy per second. And so the conversion of watts to joules, because the coal measured in joules is 1 to 1. So if we have megajoules and this is megawatts, 1 coal is 4 megajoules. So that means this would burn through it in whatever 1.8 into 4 is, right? It's consuming 1.8 of that total megajoules per second. So in a little over 2 seconds, we eat a piece of coal, right? And if we were using less of that steam, we would use less of the coal. It'd be burning slow. That's just kind of how it works in Factorio. So back to what we were doing with the version of making this coal coke, right? We can see that we can say that okay, we're spending 4 megajoules of energy, and for instance, we're going to be going into steam assemblers, correct? Let's make one. No, that's a steam crusher. Steam assemblers, okay? Now I'm assuming that a steam assembler is going to be much more efficient once we get through the full conversion. And I love wrapping my head around it. I mean, I'll probably spend the rest of this episode. So if that bores you, 100% skip to the next episode. But if you're interested in listening, we will hopefully maybe try and learn. Hope I can explain this to people and get them to understand it the way that I like to see it. But we're going to be going from these terrible burner assemblers, right? That on the right say they consume 150 kilowatts of energy to make. This one down here has a max consumption of 167 kilowatts. So this one is actually burning more. But as you can see, the crafting speed on the burner assembler is 0.25. where the crafting speed on the steam assembler is 0.5. So it is twice as fast, or about half the energy. Right? So that's amazing. Humongous downs or humongous improved efficiency. So this being 30% efficient, my mind means that actually I'm not 100% sure because I was noticing that over too that some of these things had that efficiency thing. Not sure what that was about. So that I remember one that had, oh, was it the, yeah, it was this efficiency percent. So I guess in my what I'm assuming not, this won't be like being at 10% speed or something. It's just when it's consuming its max amount of draw and moving as fast as it can, it's burning essentially 9 times extra energy. Like out of the energy it's burning, 10% of it is what it needs to be at max speed, and the other 90% gets wasted. So if this was 100% efficient, it way less energy to get that speed. That's kind of my assumption. So this one that's 30% efficient, same thing. It's going to be, it would be burning way more energy soon. Let's see. I'm just going to ignore the efficiency part because once I finish my calculations, I'll be able to see how drastic it is, and maybe I'll be seeing that it's going from this to this is, 10 times better, and so only being 30% efficient is more like this is an improvement of 2 or 3, not 10 times. Go back up here so I can check this out. Let's get a coal furnace down and get an assembler making this coal coke. This one right here. Coal coke pellet. Okay. This makes 1 coal coke pellet, 5 coal coke. That quick. Okay, this goes coke. I can use. Oh, so apparently coal coke is a burnable. So, yeah, so like even here we can see that the 1 coal coke has a fuel value of megajoules. So 5 of them only have a fuel value of 15 megajoules, but we're at 8. Yeah, and if we're going 1 piece of coal, right, that's interesting. 1 piece of coal has a fuel value of 4 megajoules. Coal coke losing 1 megajoule. Interesting. Whole coke pellets. Crushed. I think I'm gonna need to mod downloaded that allows me to kind of like say, look at this thing and see what recipes. Not sure stuff. I haven't researched it. Find out very soon. That's pretty interesting. Energy can vary, always better, and obviously going oak. This is better. The value. But using megajoule coke. Oh, not super impressive. Crushed. All about. At this point, I kind of want to skip that. Have something to do with steel. We haven't researched. Kind of wondering if I need these ingredients process to make steel. That these aren't necessarily like a new fuel I'm supposed to be. Okay, interesting. Well, that, yeah, I'm sorry for everybody who followed along. I mean, we did discover that, yep, 3 here, yep, that's an increase, but that's hilarious to find out that, hilarious to me, find out that, yeah, this seems like these are more ingredients that are going to be used, possibly, make the steel. Actually, let's check this out really quick. On steel here. Steel blend, crushed coal coke. Steel ingot needs a steel blend. There we go. Yep, so we're gonna have to make whole coke and then whole coke into crushed coal coke. Mix the crushed coal coke with the crushed iron. That's how we're gonna be getting steel here. There. That'll be very fun. So I'm assuming that if there, if you, this is like, oh, we made too much coal coke. We have this sweet coal coke pellets recipe. Turn into a little bit better fuel than what this was. At this point, 5 pieces of coal gives 20. Where 5 coal coke. Not gonna cut it. So, yeah, thanks for anybody who stayed this long. I will see you in the next one where we continue on actually working on building these furnaces and getting our very first furnace stack going. So, thanks again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.